That's the one we lost because we did that extended read about raping children in their factory.
I thought it was a Holocaust.
It was a combination of the two. But we were in talks to renew for this year. 3 weeks ago, the CEO gets the booster shot.
Oh.
And
he
then
goes
yesterday,
completely acts
he was beaten to death by his boyfriend in a domestic violence incident.
It's just you guys do with that information what you want. We're just putting it out.
I'm just
there.
telling you what the facts are.
We never said the word methamphetamine.
I never said anything about causality. I'm just asking. I'm not even asking questions.
Yeah. Well, I'm pissed off at Adam because we have our good friend Felix here as a guest. And I said, Adam, why don't you sit on the camping chair and let Felix have the big chair?
He's got his shoes off, his hands in his pants.
My hands in my sweater.
He quietly talked Felix into sitting into the chair.
And he was like, let me get you a chair, Felix.
Every time we've had a guest thus far.
Oh, is this a
chair?
No, that's
Well,
the new
it's a
chair.
different-
That is the new chair that I bought for Nick to replace the one I shit in.
Was it this same type of chair?
It was same type of chair,
yes.
same exact
No,
spot.
this one's a little bit more padded than the one.
Oh,
that Nick
okay.
had.
Then I
Yeah.
probably won't shit.
Yeah.
Let's
Like that's usually
let's AP fact check whether this one's a little bit more padded.
It is.
I feel it's comfortable. Like I
Fake.
don't feel like this was pawned off.
You don't need to be diplomatic.
Listen to
here.
the man. Nick, listen to the man. Listen to the man. Stop leading the witness. Stop leading
I'm
the
just
witness.
saying, our guest is over here. He's alert. He's kind of fucking upright. This man, you are You're the most comfortable man in this room.
I don't
Lounging,
need this chair. I
pulling-
can sit over there.
pulling-
I was placed on this chair.
No.
Pulling threads out
I've
of
been
the chair.
placed on this chair.
and
I'm
look,
not pulling threads. out of
normally
pulling
it's
threads.
fine. Enjoy
Uh-huh.
the chair. I like to see you comfortable, but I like to see our guests more comfortable than
Look,
I took
we
my
want you
shoes
to be
off.
comfortable. We just want you to be self-aware of the discomfort you cause everyone in your life.
I am to some extent. To a certain extent.
And look, me and Nick always sit on the couch. We can't.
I'm happy being on the couch too. I've been placed on this chair.
No one.
I was on the
saying-
box. I was on the camping chair. I pooped the camping chair.
Yes.
I was on the box for a while as a punishment.
Yeah.
I did my time. Listen, guys.
And
I
you're a
don't
changed
believe-
man. This is not. Has nothing to do with
I
our
don't
normal
believe-
seating arrangements. But when a guest is here, I think it would be nice to give them the big chair. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
For the future.
right.
We're probably gonna.
We didn't have
guests.
any of the other guests sit here. When Ian was here, when
Well,
JP
Ian
was
brought
here.
that bicycle with the weird seat to sit on.
Yeah, it was that going up and down.
Yeah, he
the
kept
dildo
pedaling
thing.
the whole time.
Well, I guess it's because you you set it up preemptively. You know, you must have.
Oh, I must.
You were
have.
aware.
Oh yeah. Well, let's run the tape on that.
Let's run it.
Well, there is none. It's been
Well,
erased.
that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. Felix is in the camping chair, and we're very happy to have you, buddy.
We're happy to have you.
It's been. I think this is the first one since the pandemic.
Wow.
The first one.
Yeah, I
Right?
think so. I think
That's
Yeah,
so.
no,
jacked
because we
up.
didn't do any like in 2020.
We did one at a different. Was it in your apartment, Adam? The last time we had Felix on,
I don't remember. No,
If
it's
it
been
was
too long. That's
definitely has.
Yeah.
that's the
it was a
truth.
different place, wherever it was. I don't remember
The
where
Jackie
it was.
Chan-demic.
That could be construed as being anti-Chinese.
I just panicked because Felix's shit is not recording.
It isn't.
Well, the master track is recording, and that's the one that gets used anyway.
Okay, all right.
But this one, in case, so just be very careful to not say the N-word
That's fine.
because it's
fine.
very difficult to strip it from the
from the master.
from
Well,
the master.
Different rules than regular Chapo. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Yeah, on Chapo, it's interesting because I just did an episode, and that's how they warm up, is they all say it like
And
la
like
da
a
da 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 da, but they're saying the N-word.
The
but
sound
then-
of music.
yeah. But they never say it on the episode, which they get it out of their system.
Yeah,
But we went over an hour, and I could see Will shaking because he really wanted to say it.
yeah. He had a
Yeah.
vein popping out of his.
Well, he has
forehead.
Parkinson's.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of secrets to the show, but it is. I mean, it's a Parkinson's show. We all met.
You all
in-
have Parkinson's?
Hard
Yeah, we all
Parkinson's.
met in like Parkinson's rehab.
That's sick. You beat it?
I did.
You're
I mean,
stronger?
you see that Will's relapsing. He's just, he likes going back to get Parkinson's for the attention. But I don't really feel that way.
So-
Like I'm having you guys edit out when I say I have Parkinson's.
Yeah,
sometimes.
this is definitely getting edited
Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
check the timestamp on that.
And so you're saying Michael J. Fox, he's an addict.
He was an addict. Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
dead?
He died. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He passed away.
I didn't know that.
Well, like 5 years ago, I think. Right.
Michael
I
Gay-
think it was one of
Michael
those
Gay
things where
sex.
it's like,
Just real quick, Michael.
Yeah, just absolutely.
yeah.
Thanks for sneaking that in there.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's nice.
I'm wondering if two people have Parkinson's,
Mhm.
if you're fucking a girl and you both have Parkinson's
That's how
and you're
Mormons fuck.
and you're shaking,
Mhm.
that must feel good on her clit,
I don't know. It's
like a vibration.
I haven't tested it personally.
It's something to think about.
I'm sure at some point, based on family medical history, I will be able to try that out.
I think
So I'll let you know.
Yeah. Let me know when you get
Adam,
I'll
it.
let
that
you
is
know.
not funny. That's not cool. I'm mad now.
You're mad at me now.
I'm mad, dude.
You were looking for a reason to.
I think it's like, it's like when a southpaw fights a orthodox fighter.
Yes.
It's
I
like,
know about fights a lot.
well, like it's or like a pitcher. It's like
Yeah.
a left-handed pitcher
Yeah.
versus a right-handed batter. Like that's what you want.
Of course.
It's the best matchup is Parkinson's, non-Parkinson's.
Right.
Because like, what do girls like the most? They like just
Nothing.
short,
They don't know what they
short, like omnidirectional, shitty, like pumps, like
Yeah, rigid.
Right.
8 per second.
Yeah. Bop,
Yeah.
bop,
Yeah.
bop,
Boom,
bop,
boom,
bop,
boom,
bop,
boom.
bop. Of course.
Yeah,
Their
but if you
favorite.
both have it, you sync up, and she's not feeling the point
Right.
of that, which
Right.
is the friction.
Right. That's true. It cancels out. Two shaky motherfuckers cancel out.
That's true.
Only if they're on the same wavelength.
That's true. If they're on a different one, then they're extra shaky.
That's the whole problem, though. They're only on the same wavelength when they're twins. That's the only time that happens.
So twins can't fuck each other. But
No,
everyone
yeah.
else with Parkinson's.
Venus
It's
and
different for people with Parkinson's.
Venus and Serena Williams, God forbid they ever get Parkinson's.
They're not twins.
twins. Venus is
sure?
older. Venus is older.
Venus.
I
is
thought they
old.
were twins.
No, they're just
no.
both black.
Whoa.
Are they?
Adam.
Yeah.
I thought they were planets.
That's why Nick was saying that racistly.
I've never said anything racist. in my
You
life.
thought that Tia and Tamara and the smart guy were all
They are. They're not
triplets.
triplets, but they're
who's
brother and
who's
sister.
the smart guy?
Taj
Mowry
Mowry.
or Mowry or
Mau-
whatever the fuck
What
his
the
name
fuck
is.
are you even talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. Who's
So
the
Tia and
smart guy?
Tamara have a younger brother who was in the show Smart
Roger?
Guy. No, not Roger.
Not Roger.
Roger who got raped, right? Didn't he get molested?
That was a little Bow Wow
Oh.
on the set of Tokyo Drift.
The best rumor, the best like post 9/11 rumor after the dancing Israelis was
that
that
little
Bow Wow.
was being raped at the Twin Towers.
Yeah. Well, just of that era, it was like, I think it was like based off of nothing that his bodyguard raped him.
Yeah, well,
Oh, I remember that.
which I believed wholeheartedly.
I
as a
believe.
kid.
I believed
Me
until
too.
this moment.
Yeah.
I thought that was fact.
No, it was some guy like you or me. Some like,
Who just said it?
yeah,
it
some
pick up steam.
hero
Yeah.
somewhere in the country.
Came up with a really
Well,
good rumor.
didn't B2K get molested by somebody? Because
Oh.
we know all about white boy band molester Lou Pearlman, but there's got to be a black Lou Pearlman somewhere.
Mhm. Eric Adams.
Eric Adams molested B2K.
Yeah.
Blue,
That's how I got
Blue
his start.
Chew.
I guess he was a cop. He could have just arrested their tour bus and then fucked them all.
Mhm.
And what were they going to do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
There's nothing they could do legally.
I'm mad we never got that John Madden bus. Although there might be a chance to get the actual John Madden bus.
Yeah, he's dead
R.I.P.
now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Show some respect.
John Madden insists on being buried in the bus.
That would be like a fucking like King Tut.
Yeah.
That's his fucking pyramid is the bus. He fills it with fucking Al Michaels has to do play by play. He's encased alive doing play by play while John Madden does color. That would be sick,
And
dude.
they're still putting his name on the games. That's a little weird.
It's a state.
It makes them spooky.
After he's dead. Yeah, it's a ghost game now.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
it's like sort
scary.
of like a Nightmare Before Christmas.
Like Luigi's
I don't know.
Mansion.
You wonder, it makes you wonder if there's going to be songs in the new one. Like,
Really? You're wondering that?
Yeah, this is Halloween. makes you wonder if folks,
You go a little something like this.
I just kind of wonder, what is this going to be like? The freaking Nightmare Before Christmas
Dude.
with John Madden?
That's
me at the stand in a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish that John Madden was calling play-by-play on Tinder dates.
Yeah.
All right, you
Boom, you got a stinky pussy right here.
swipe right on that one. Not Chinese enough. There's a valley. There's a valley you want to be in. Click over to Chinese, but then there's a weird toothy kind. The freckle toothy kind, you know what I mean? Before it comes back to the good stuff.
Yeah, dude, that's good. That's a good chunk. John Madden.
Yeah.
John Madden, Halloween, and Tinder dates.
Chunk, that's a funny word, isn't it, folks?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's being
It makes-
really nice about him dying.
Of course,
I
he's
thought
the
he was
best.
like he was like a joke. I thought everyone made fun of him.
What?
I'm not.
You're pissing me off for real.
On
I
Mad
was- can I
TV,
say
they
something?
made fun of him.
I was joking
Everyone
about
said
the
that
chair.
he was so boring.
I was joking about the chair.
I'm sad he died.
What you're saying right now is fucked up, and I'm pissed off at you.
I'm just saying that people didn't celebrate him in his life like they should have in
Yes,
in
they
his
did.
death.
He was the best.
Just like you and Kobe Bryant, you eulogize a man that you despised.
Look, but when he was alive, it was fun to hate on him.
You loved him dead. You love him dead.
I do.
That's the
I
point.
don't love him dead. I wish he was alive.
Mhm.
But
He's
a
dead.
great-
and you're loving
he's
it.
one of the great.
Hey, how you doing? I'm John Kratom. Fuck.
I'm just saying we should have.
Why don't you save
I
that?
can't believe this shit's legal.
Why don't you save that for in about 3 minutes?
John
Are we selling
Kratom?
Kratom?
There's so
Take a
there's
look
so
at the
much you
receipt.
can do with that one.
Oh, that's a little fucking preview, folks. You might be hearing from John Kratom in a couple minutes.
The possibilities for that one are endless.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh damn, Felix, what's up, man? What'd you have for breakfast today? Let's do a day in the life Felix breakfast. Go.
All right.
Because I had a fucking Gawad bacon, egg, and
We
cheese.
had sandwiches.
Mm-hmm. What did you have?
I had 2 pieces of toast and an espresso pod.
Classic.
2
dude.
toast, just a little butter. or
Very,
not?
Sometimes
very,
you don't want that much.
very Philip Marlowe.
That's fucking sick.
That's like
dude.
that's like an efficiency 1940s efficiency apartment breakfast.
You got to smoke a
Yeah.
cigarette with that. Too.
Yeah.
Well, I
Smoke a pipe, do your chest problems, have your 2 pieces of toast, take a look at the globe and just say, damn.
Yeah.
no, it doesn't matter how embarrassing or fruity your lifestyle is. It doesn't matter if you have 3 monitors.
Yes,
as long
of
as you
course.
do that, you roll out of your Murphy bed. You have your toast and cigarettes. It doesn't matter if you're using like an espresso, like one of those devices that was made just for MILFs.
Yeah, of course.
You just getting that 2 pieces of toast. You
Oh.
feel pretty noir.
It's got to be gay.
Yeah,
to
it
be-
is. It is noir.
to be a private detective now.
Oh my god!
Because you like wake up and you smoke a cigarette and then you look out the blinds and then you just Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Just
just
spend the
look
day
at someone's
Googling.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, their Instagram. Their
Yeah.
fucking, yep.
You never run into like some sexy
Yeah.
evil woman on LinkedIn.
Dude, that's-
I had to
Most of
spend
your
the
time.
day
Yeah.
trolling through some dumb Indian bitch's tweets. Makes me miss
Yeah.
the war. At least then you could feel the bullets whizzing past your head. Now the years go by.
I will.
Go ahead.
No. I was just wanting to talk more about how cool the evil noir women were.
Mhm.
I love watching noirs because it's like the whole
Femme
job.
fatale.
The whole job is not getting pussy from insane bitches,
Mhm.
and I would have failed spectacularly. I
Yeah.
would have fucked
Yeah.
every single daffy.
Well, it's
bitch.
not to not get pussy. It's to recognize that you get the pussy, but they're also trying to get something out of you.
right.
So you never give it to them.
Yes.
You gotta smack them up
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah.
The end of every noir book is, and I still hit.
yeah.
But I still hit, bitch.
Noir guys were probably the only people allowed to get pussy in like the 1910s, 1920s, or I guess 40s. I don't
What do you
know.
mean
Yes,
allowed
30s
to
and
get
40s.
pussy?
Well, like that wasn't a lifestyle, right? Like people weren't really
no, it's a
getting
lifestyle.
pussy.
No, yeah, I think
Yeah.
people
In the
have always
30s,
been
people were
into
getting pussy.
Oh,
Pussy,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
I thought
Yeah.
everyone was a family man in the 30s.
What are you
just
talking
like-
about?
Now,
What
people were
about the
getting
jazz
pussy
age?
even in like colonial times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the way they write about it is like, and I spent Morrow with Esther's wonderful flower.
Her
you know.
cunny,
Yeah.
her cunny. Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like their fingers in the ass. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
You
don't
gotta
think
think.
flappers were
Here's
getting
the thing.
fucked?
Imagine you go on a date with a bitch in 1780, right?
Okay, I'm listening.
You get back to her place. It takes 4.5 hours for the both of you to get undressed.
Right.
It's like, what are you gonna do? Just steal a couple of smooches and hit the bricks?
No.
I don't think so, pal. You're raping that lady.
Like, stop.
Yeah.
Think about this. Like,
yeah.
if people take all these podcasts and like your posts and like your stand up, like your body of work, like 100 years after you die, and they write about your life using like primary and secondary sources.
Sure.
Or like for any of this, I don't want to like.
No. Either way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, wow, people back then were 380 pounds and 5'4".
Okay. 275 and 5'7". Thank you very much.
Back in the day, everyone was bald and toothless and 3 million.
I have hair and I have all my teeth,
Not getting pussy.
and I am getting pussy. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
They wouldn't think to like make a note of someone you fucked 3 times over 2 weeks, and
Right,
you
right.
just the last thing you said to each other was, "Oh, I'm thinking about going to the parquet court show."
Yeah.
And then you like
Yeah,
forget to
yeah.
reply, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I would look stupid if
Well,
I replied
it make-
3 days
Yeah,
later."
yeah.
It makes you wonder. It's like probably everyone in the Middle Ages was like they were like 6'2" and they were fine. But then there was just like 3 or 4 guys that are like, can you believe this shit?
Yeah.
Look how fucking gay I am. I got no teeth. I don't know how to read. And people are like, wow, this is the guy.
I guess I just thought everyone got married in the 40s. They all were wearing suits, but you're right. I guess what it was, it wasn't respected, or they were thought of as like the dregs of society to get pussy.
Some people,
And then I guess you cheated.
you
right?
cheat. It
Yeah,
was
you cheated on your wife relentlessly.
well, yeah, it was like
Especially in the
skipping-
50s.
That's why you got a
Yeah.
secretary.
It was like skipping like if you got arrested for any crime back then, you're just the dumbest piece of shit in the world.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't get a job, even dumber, because you
Right.
could just go to a new town and say you're a doctor.
Yeah.
And do that forever.
Yeah, that's sick.
Keep cheating the same way.
Right.
Like no one can go to your Facebook.
You're right.
But like everyone did it. But it's
Right.
just like they're not gonna. Like
yeah,
the
what's your
stupid-
wife going to do? Use the car? She's not allowed to drive to
Right,
follow you
yeah.
into the city?
Yeah.
On your lunch break?
You could go 10 miles and just fuck a woman that would never interact with anyone you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's so awesome.
That'd be like a different
Yeah, like all
country.
these airline pilots pretending they're quitting because of the vaccine mandate. The reality is like the Me Too movement did more damage to the airline. They're like, what? I'm just not supposed to fuck some Thai bitch. Well, I'm at work. Getting
Yeah.
the Benz.
Oh
for
man,
you.
pilots really. That's
They-
another. That's
they're-
like fucking an alien. If you lived in New York, you fuck someone in fucking Kansas. While
And
you were on a-
everyone respected a pilot.
and everyone
Yeah.
respected pilots.
Yeah.
Oof, they were getting so much fucking gashola.
The best thing is, like when we're all gone, the thing they're going to use to write about our lives, because they will write about us.
That's so
specifically.
funny.
There's going to be a
Because we're on the right side of history.
On the right side of history, we support the science, and all of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're the primary source they're going to use is like the longest and most mutually wrong arguments you've had with girls over text.
Yeah.
The shit where it's like, oh, well, I didn't seem excited, maybe because I woke up early so I could see you. It's like pages, like gigabytes of that.
Yeah.
And back then, you couldn't like, it cost actual money to send a letter.
Of course.
Not now. Where,
Everything was
yeah.
off. I see what you're saying. Everything was off the record.
Yeah, like you wouldn't. I think
We have
you-
no proof of them getting pussy, but they were getting pussy.
You would have to love fighting with women so much to do it
The
over
telegram.
letters.
Yeah. You're
Would
at
have
the
to-
beep, 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 you fucking dumb bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
I'd be,
Beep, beep, beep.
I'd,
Would you do? I think I might do it. At
I'd
least
be
once.
doing some letters. Yeah. I'd
Not
be writing
me.
some letters.
I hate fighting.
Really?
I really do.
I have trouble
you need,
picturing you,
you need
doing
a
it
little
lot.
bit.
Huh?
I have trouble picturing you doing it a lot.
I don't like to fight.
Yeah, well, no, you do fight, but you fight. Honestly, I think about relationships I've had where it's like there's two kinds of ways people fight. There's people that like grew up in those quiet dinner households where everyone's mad at each other,
Right.
and they do that like, I just don't know what to do, like that
Yeah.
kind of
I'm gonna
bullshit,
drink myself
which is
to death.
awful.
Right.
And then there's
Yeah.
the kind that's like gives your life vitality. That's fine. That's like, who the fuck is this bitch on your phone?
Right.
And you're like, some bitch. I don't know.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Yeah.
And that is easy to deal with.
Very easy.
In
to deal
fact,
with.
it helps things
Right.
because people say what they mean.
Sure.
Right.
Rather than
Sure.
privately retiring into these feelings that they think have like way more emotional depth than they do.
Right.
It's like,
right.
no, you're just spiraling.
Yeah. I guess I also like haven't been in that many like serious relationships where like, you know.
And I say this with authority as someone that has had numerous types of failed relationships.
Right.
That all fail for the same reason.
Yeah.
But my inability to handle it in different ways.
Stuff like
Yes.
you don't even. This is the biggest tip I can give you because like
Please.
I'm not like
Here comes the big tip.
Yeah.
In you.
I'm not. I'm
You're being
I'll-
having sex. He's having sex with you.
He's talking about his penis.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. I got a pretty big tip actually.
Michael
you guys
gay,
can all
Michael
suck.
gay sex.
But I'm listening, Felix.
Okay.
I'm trying to get life advice from my friend Felix.
I know. I was just getting one in there. Doing my job.
No, if there's an opening, he has to take it.
Of course.
You don't like. Look, you don't have to be in a committed relationship like
To
a
fight
year
with a
to
woman.
fight. Like you can do it with pretty much any woman. And you should.
That's true.
Yeah. Like I've given
That's
up.
the whole
yeah.
point of bureaucracies, is so
Yeah.
regular citizens can go in somewhere and for 2 hours be in a relationship with a large black woman. You go to the post office, you say, well, the fucking tracking thing said it was here.
Yeah.
She's behind 9 panes of bulletproof glass eating a fucking
Yeah.
Popeyes box.
I guess I
They're
like.
well, I look for it and it ain't here.
Yeah. It ain't. I don't know what to tell you. I've streamlined all my relationships where.
Well, real quick though, sorry, but
Oh yeah, is John Kratom
John,
back?
John Kramer for Super Speciosa.
What I want fucking. That's Rip Torn now.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
my
it's-
flawless Rip Torn.
It's actually just Tim
Tim
Dillon doing
Raycom.
Ray Kump.
When I want Kratom.
Super Speciosa raw leaf. Pure kratom engineered by nature.
Wow. Wow, engineered by nature.
Yeah, so it's not a lab leak kratom.
That's awesome.
It came from a bat pussy.
This is the best kind
Into
of
a
shit.
pangolin?
GMP qualified vendor. Our kratom meets American Kratom Association standards for good manufacturing practices.
And you know that's a very strict governing body.
Mm-hmm.
made by nature, perfected by us. Well, hold on.
That's
a
pretty
second.
encouraging.
Hold on a second.
It sounds nice.
Just like cigarettes, our kratom is made originally from a plant. And no, it doesn't.
That would be awesome.
Just like the powerful cocaina plant in the jungles of Colombia, our kratom is originally grown by what will be described in the future as slaves. Since 2016, we've been perfecting,
But not right now, to be clear.
certifiably reliable ways to bring you kratom as it was intended, unaltered, untouched, uncompromised. And you know that's true because it tastes like shit.
That's right.
It does taste like you feel like you are eating dirt.
Like you're eating, nature.
But luckily they have capsules also. So if you're not into the dirt thing, I'm always kind of a dirt guy. You know, I've never been that like let's put the mushrooms into something else kind of thing.
Oh, I love it. I ate, dude, in LA, I had mushrooms. I put them in the middle of this like cream-filled donut. It's awesome.
I just eat them raw.
I had a fucking.
You're a real fancy bitch.
I had
I eat
an
'em raw.
eighth.
I have a cup of coffee, and then I have my lunch. But
That's awesome.
yeah, Super Speciosa.
I had an eighth of mushrooms in a donut. Some donut place in Eagle Rock that Jamel told me about, and they were really good. But what I love even more than that is Super Speciosa.
I just found a cool thing on their website. Stop, you might like this. It's an article called Kratom Craves Breakfast Recipe Edition.
Wow.
So these are kratom.
Yeah.
These are
Yeah,
kratom.
throw a little kratom on your toast,
So
Felix.
the first recipe is kratom overnight oats. That sounds nice.
Ooh.
And then they got a kratom acai bowl.
All right.
Oh, these are for the athletes out
Yeah,
Yeah,
They have recipes on their website.
Kratom protein pancakes. They got recipes. Yeah, full
Well,
recipes.
I know they listen to these ad reads. And
Yeah.
I don't know how much overhead it would incur, but you should really send those recipes out. They should sell a book.
Right.
but there should be like
Cookbook.
they should do a sample recipe that comes with an order or whatever.
They should give us kratom pancakes to eat live on air.
I don't know
think-
about those, just because the protein pancakes are fucking. That's the biggest mistake. What a fraud!
Are they not
Oh
good?
my God.
They're not good at all, dude.
Every 2 years, I like buy some
Same.
because I forget that they're
There's
bad.
the one with the bear on the
That's
box,
the worst
right?
one. It is the
Awful.
worst one.
Oh, that
A bear would
sucks.
never eat those.
Even the box itself looks inedible, and I know that you can say that about a
I
lot of
think the
boxes. But if you were to eat boxes,
Oh, so you're not even saying the vibes the box puts
yeah,
off.
it's like
You mean the
recycled.
physical box?
Yeah,
Looks like you don't want to eat it.
right.
Interesting.
But it's not true with Super Speciosos.
Not true at all.
They also
recipes.
have a.
And when I said I don't know about the pancakes, I meant I do know about the pancakes, and they're some of the best pancakes I've ever had.
There's
I felt like I was at IHOP sitting down with my good friends Bob Evans and Louis Simmons from Westside Barbell, and we were getting fucked up on Kratom with John Madden, who can't stop talking about the Nightmare Before Christmas because he's dead.
Adam, do you have something you want to read?
yes.
Or, I mean, remember and say
So
of your
basically,
own volition?
Yeah, something I want to remember is that the URL is getsuperleaf.com/cumtown. And the promo code is cumtown.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I think it's a good idea. Like, if you have a family, like if in the next few years I have kids, this is
Yeah.
something I'll do. I'll be making them by around the time they're 5, around the time I get them the boosters and
Sure,
stuff.
sure.
I will be like making them kratom acai bowls and pancakes and
Yes.
stuff, not protein pancakes.
Is it acai?
No.
It's acai? Or
Acai.
You know what?
think
You can
it's
just say whatever. It's like no one knows.
And what is it? It's a berry?
It's a berry.
Berry that gives you energy.
Yeah, it like helps you recover after you work out. Anecdotally,
Yeah, I don't think it does
Are
anything.
you still working out? Do you have a gym again?
Yeah,
You're at
No,
Equinox?
I'm just wearing a baggy shirt, but I'm going to the gym more.
Yeah, you look awesome.
Thank you.
I'm honestly
you're looking-
fighting.
you're
I'm
looking
salivating.
hot.
I'm trying to suck you off.
All
dude.
right, so there's some. I just wanted to remember some mandatory benefits that we have to reference, and that's super
that's just off the top of your head because
Just-
you love them so much.
Just spitting this off the top of the dome, Super Speciosus Kratom is 100% natural with one ingredient, kratom leaf. It can help improve your mood, deliver energy, reduce pain, and it helps people feel better. Kratom is used also to relieve stress and take the edge off. Every batch of Super Speciosa has a QR code that you can scan and view the exact lab certificates.
I love that.
So you know you're getting high quality product. And if you're not completely satisfied, Super Speciosa will give you your money back.
An NIQQR code.
All right. Super Speciosa wants you to come again with unlimited use of the 20% off promo code CUMTOWN. So go to getsuperleaf.com/CUMTOWN for 20% off your entire orders. Getsuperleaf.com/CUMTOWN, promo code CUMTOWN for 20% off. Also, I saw on their website, this is kind of cool. They got
Which is my homepage, by the way.
They have an article that says how to buy kratom with an ACH e-check. So basically, what you do is you put in your
Judge said that
routing.
you can't have a debit card.
Yeah, you put in your routing and your account number,
Wow.
and then
And people say Obama did nothing for us.
yeah, and
But
this
that's huge.
Want to give everybody ACH checks to buy kratom with.
and you could also buy with cryptocurrency. So for all
That's awesome.
for all
What the
all
fuck are
our-
these ape thing? I can't keep
They're
track of it.
JPEGs that people buy as NFTs that
Yeah.
are getting stolen.
It's awesome that they're getting stolen.
People
What does
have
that
them
even
in their
mean?
crypto wallets, and then they like
Okay, that is
disappear.
funny. I thought the
They're
joke
like, I
was that
spent
they just look stupid.
$80,000 on this ape cartoon.
No, there's no joke. These people think that these things are actually good. It's really funny.
it's a pyramid scheme.
And people are getting their shit stolen from their wallets somehow.
You know, I wasn't gonna just from the hip say NFTs are bad because I don't understand them. I don't understand like the argument about like them using too many computers. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
But
But
when
they
I-
look so gay that
when
I
I-
just am running with it.
When I
quite
published
gay.
Chinese
Yeah.
Barney for a
Yeah.
modest $2,500
yeah.
and received 0 takers, I thought this community is poison.
You need honestly,
this is
you need
toxic.
you need to plug Chinese Barney on the show. I'm sure you can get 25.
I don't even know. I don't know how it actually. I learned enough to make the thing and put it on the website.
Nick is selling Chinese Barney right now, guys.
For
Is there anything?
3 Ethereum.
I don't know how to collect the money.
You gotta
crypto,
get it
bro.
on.
You need
There's
like a crypto wallet.
I have that
there's an
Oh,
exchange.
Is it like linked to the thing?
to the marketplace.
Yeah. Do you put it on like OpenSea? Is that the big
OpenSea
one?
is
I don't
the
remember.
exchange.
Literally, I took an hour to figure out how to turn Chinese Barney.
People
into-
didn't know that it was comedy genius Nick Mullen. That was
They
creating
thought it
the
was just a
Chinese Barney.
racist.
I think it's
guy.
well.
They
It's
just thought it was
because
a regular racist.
this is the struggle as a
regular
comedian.
racist that likes baby
It's
shows.
the Jimmy Fallon paradox, where it's like nobody will accept me as a serious artist. They think it's got to be a joke, and it's like,
Right.
no. What if Barney was a Chinese fella?
That's so fucking
What
true.
can you imagine?
Well, a Chinese dinosaur.
He's a Chinese dinosaur, but also
Instead of purple, he's yellow.
he's still Barney,
Right.
and you can't say it's racist because
You could.
no, you can't because what is racism?
I think in this
First
case,
of all, you have to be able to answer that
in
question.
this case, the eyes is what makes it racist.
But he's a dinosaur,
right.
so he's existing before Chinese people,
So he happens to have eyes that a Chinese guy would have.
and because of the limits of our language, there's no other way to it. That's what a T-Rex.
right.
They call him the king of the dinosaurs.
yeah.
Am I supposed to believe that's actually a king? That they've got a society?
Right.
No, of course not.
No.
So you would understand as a rational, functioning adult that's not, say this racist, that's racist, this racist. You'd say, okay, it's a dinosaur that happens to look Chinese. And furthermore, he's working with children who can't understand things outside of that lens.
Right.
The easiest thing to tell them is like, look, don't worry about it. At this stage in your life, you have to just believe he's some, rice patty, bucktooth, gobbledygook fella.
Okay. Well, I think that's when we really
That's-
start getting into the racist.
But no,
element.
when you're older, we explain
You-
that it's
see-
just a way for me to make money off cryptocurrency
I think
at
now,
superspeciosa.com.
I think you could make like
Adam, you want to hit him with the
promo
promo code?
Come
I did.
promo code Cumtown.
Come town for 20% off.
What were you saying, Felix?
I think Nick could legitimately make like a 5-figure amount off that. Like if you
Easily.
plugged
More
it.
than that, probably.
Yeah, no. I
There's
think
some fucking moron that'll buy a fucking Cumtown NFT for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
what I'm doing is Curious George, but with a big old donk.
I like that.
That's my fungible ape.
It's so funny how why is it just those fucking stupid monkeys?
Well, it's funny too because it's all ripped off of like the Gorillaz artwork.
Yeah, it really is
Yeah.
just shittier versions of that.
That was a good band.
Boom, 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 boom. So
But
I did.
what is there actually a legitimate argument as to why NFTs are bad other than it's just gay?
well,
I do think they use some kind. I don't know.
that I think
don't care.
like
They look stupid, and the people.
culturally it could be bad because it's the idea with them, right, is that, and this is like a half understood explanation, so I could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
But the blockchain proves ownership, right? And the thinking is, I've seen
What
people
about the cock chain?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
that
I would like one
that
of
could
those.
also do that. Yeah. It's like
My mistress controls my clock.
Yeah,
in the future, like everything
She got me a
will be
coffee.
like owned by someone that's like linked to a blockchain. They prove their ownership through the blockchain. Everything's
But
owned by something.
isn't that just like a slippery slope argument? It's like there's no evidence that NFTs are gonna like, first of all, not only like be anything more than what they are now, like everything else in crypto that never evolved past like just a dumb money making scheme. But beyond that, like ever fully like encapsulate and make worse like the problem of intellectual property to begin with.
Well, the argument for it is that like if profits like keep declining, if you keep running out of things to make money off of, you just increase rent-seeking behavior in existing things. So it's like, okay, we're not inventing anything. So the new thing is that every JPEG or every GIF, like you can own the GIF of Drake clapping, and you make like 0.009 ETH when some like dumb shit posts it.
Yeah,
He's not even thinking
there's
about
no
it
way
because-
to. There's no actual like.
Yeah,
DRM
there's no like
on it.
existing infrastructure to do that.
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
but
you could
that's
just
like that's the slippery
right-click,
slope
copy.
argument.
Right.
Yeah,
So why the fuck these people are they buying these fucking ugly ass monkeys?
So it's like the sort of just like intellectual implication of NFTs of like what isn't even really possible yet. That makes it bad.
And also just like the electricity usage of like Bitcoin farming and all that shit. But it's also like everyone takes a flight where they could have like taken a train for 6 hours or some shit. There's an argument to be made that everyone's making like
it feels like
one. If you
it falls into that like,
online,
and yet you use an
you're
iPhone
probably doing
thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, now we
Whatever.
know.
So they look fucking stupid, and only dorks that don't get pussy seem to like them. So
Well, they make a lot of money, I guess.
I don't give a fuck,
No.
dude.
Because it seems like that would be perfect
That's
for
why
like
people are into
like
it.
OnlyFans shit. Is if you just NFT your fucking
Your
nude.
pussy.
Because that's like, again, it's the same problem with like rights management or whatever. Because the value in that is the image itself, whereas the NFT thing is like no one actually thinks this ape has value, and also it's like it is just like it's not you're not paying for the privilege to look at it. Anyone can do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're paying for the privilege of making your profile picture on Twitter. That's what you're paying
Yeah.
for.
I mean, it's just it seems like another like grasping at straws ways to like validate the crypto space as having literally any utility whatsoever.
right.
And it doesn't, and it's another because that was the thing with like Ethereum blew up in price, and it's like, okay, what can you actually use Ethereum for? And they're
Right,
like,
because there's no more fucking
well,
Silk Road.
yeah, there's crypto kitties, and it's like, what the fuck is this? It's the fucking
Right.
Neopets, but it takes 9 hours to find out that your cat died.
Yeah, I mean, basically what will happen with crypto and all this shit is like just a bunch of rich guys will have stolen more money from dumbasses,
Yeah.
and then it'll just stop existing probably.
Yeah.
There are three things I think it's like legitimately can be used for, and like one of them you can't really do anymore. One of them is like an inflation hedge, which like okay,
Right.
but that's not really like using it as a currency. Two is like when we did a like fundraiser to like like for shit in these three organizations, or two of them were in Palestine. It's really hard to like send money to people in Palestine, and I was thinking like, okay, if I
Should I
had
send
went through
them
the trouble of
Ethereum?
like, doing all this, but then you have the same problem
Just that-
because they have to
That
change it at a
that guy
bank.
with the beard
Yeah.
walking through the rubble and the flies everywhere, being like, for the price of a goofy ape number 37, you can sponsor some sickly malaria-ridden child
Yeah, he's
who's filled with Bill Gates' vaccines. They're destroying their ability to reproduce and not have autism.
He's trying to give the Israelis a bored ape so they turn the electricity back on. And the third one is buying drugs online, which you can't really do anymore as far as I understand.
do love the irony
sucks.
of it being, this whole thing, and the preeminent example of it is a bored ape. Can you imagine? It's like a monkey.
Right,
It's
right.
stupid, and then it's bored too.
Right.
Yeah.
That is fucking.
But it's
wild.
also a monkey.
Yeah, whatever. It's fucking gay. But I don't know, dude. That's
I'm
what gonna-
only defending it because I got back into buying DVDs.
DVDs are cool. You can
I'm-
watch them,
I'm worried the people. You can watch NFTs.
You can
but
watch
they don't.
your
They're not
picture.
good.
You
Some of
could
them might
use
be
it
good.
as your PFP.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. And then other people can copy paste it and use it as theirs, and you get
And you
pissed
get
off.
mad.
Yeah.
I don't think they're actually getting mad though.
Are they not?
I think it's like I think it's a conscious choice, either like individually or like the
Uh-huh.
group
Well, all
thing, where it's
crypto,
like
all crypto millionaires are just like fucking some like Filipino guy that made $800 billion by accident that he
Yeah.
can't cash out, and then he
Yeah.
bought like 19 suits, and he's like, now I'm a CEO.
yeah, it's always guys who are like one left turn away from like they'd still be working at Geek Squad,
Right,
and
right,
now they're
right.
like writing books about the optimal workday. It's like what the fuck do you? Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
that's
do
fucking
I
sick.
do think it's like they want to be screenshotted. They want like they like want a guy who's still arguing about the 2016 primary to be like, this website's free, and it's like a guy freaking out, but he's knowingly playing it.
Of course,
Everyone's
of course,
knowingly
of
playing
course.
everything
Yeah,
up
yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
similar to declining profits.
Right.
There's declining attention profits. I guess.
Of course. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I'm with you, dude. That shit is fucking. That's why you got to get off the internet and just fucking smoke some fucking weed, watch some Michael Mann's The Insider,
Maybe perhaps take a pill to make your dick hard.
Yes.
get
Ooh.
pussy, and sometimes The only way to do that is with a pill to make your dick hard.
Boom, make your dick hard.
Pow! Look at this, my cock's huge.
John Penis here for Blue Chew. John Hard On.
John Harden.
This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with us, Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. It's making
Blue
waves
Chew.
and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get
Also-
stronger and longer lasting.
Bringing confidence
erection.
to sitting alone in your apartment and rewatching Ronin on a rainy day. Fully hard.
Just hard as shit by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes you take a Blue Chew, you fuck a woman, the next day you beat off, your dick is still really hard.
That did sound really nice. Now it's rainy outside, Nick, to watch Ronan.
With
Oh,
your
yeah,
dick
dude.
hard?
With your dick hard,
With the dick
imagining you're
hard?
married to that Irish bitch.
Sounds really nice.
She's just wearing big sweaters and complaining about you doing nothing.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm a fucking artist. You're just drawing a Curious George with a big dick. I'm a bored
This is gonna
artist.
sell, bitch.
Yeah.
We're gonna get 100 fucking Ethereums for this shit.
Now let me drink your breast milk.
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve harder and stronger lasting erections to combat all forms of ED. Blue Chew is an online prescription service. No visits to the doctor, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line
None
at the
of that
pharmacy.
fucking shit.
And it ships right to your door.
You
in
don't
a
have to
discreet
wait in
package.
line at CVS with your dick soft. No, to get the tablets. No, what you do is you take some of these you chew these chewable tablets hard, and then you go into CVS to buy Flips, chocolate-covered pretzels, with your dick on absolute turbo
Those
hard.
are really good.
I love
The
them.
yogurt ones are nice too.
They're not bad. Anything
Yeah.
you cover a pretzel in, it's usually good.
Yeah, I agree. So it's simple. You guys, you go to bluechew.com, you consult with one of the licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you're going to receive your package in discreet packaging within days. It's incredible, and it's all done online.
That's awesome.
So you don't like swallowing pills, no problems here. You chew them. It's like candy. And they have sildenafil and tadalafil, which are generic versions of Viagra and Cialis. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA, and they're prepared to ship direct to your door, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. So basically, here's what you do, guys. You go to bluechew.com, you put in promo code CUMTOWN, and at checkout, you just pay the $5 shipping. That's it.
Yep.
You get your first month free. $5 to get hard.
That's nothing.
And just to make clear,
Men in previous generations would have killed one of their children to get hard.
Yeah.
And all it takes for you is $5.
yeah,
It was
everyone
easy to
is
get pussy and cheat, but if your dick couldn't get hard anymore, you should kill yourself.
You're
And that
done,
was true
motherfucker.
until Blue Chew started.
Yeah, you go to the
Yeah.
you go to the suicide forest. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. And another thing to make clear: this is an erectile dysfunction, chewable, but it is not a premature ejaculation chewable. So,
Although I find it does delay. This is just anecdotal.
not me,
Really, you
not
blast
from
fast?
my past.
Maybe I shouldn't say anymore.
I
I think my dick is fucked up. Maybe technically I shouldn't even be taking these drugs because it kind of even hurts a little bit because of my foreskin.
Can I say something just between the fellas?
No.
With this fuck me hard, like that thing is like when you actually do like that kind of sex, I got 15 to 30 seconds in me.
See, that's where I'm lucky because my heart gives out before anything else.
Really?
Yeah, I need a breather
Yeah.
at being fat as shit. I pound and then I'm like, one second.
Oh,
I literally-
can't
I
actually
literally
have
run
that
out
type
of-
of sex.
I
for-
run out of breath on the bottom.
Oh,
Oh, interesting.
I've been ever since I've moved to my gym being walking distance. I've been doing the heavy bag and assault bike again, and now for the 4 lucky women a year, the one time I have sex with them,
The publisher's showing up with a big picture of your dick at someone's door, with balloons on it. I won,
it's like a whole
I can
family.
do it for.
Hector. I won. What'd you say? Somebody's going to fuck me from a podcast.
It's the sweepstakes that every woman in Brooklyn and Lower East Side in an open relationship with a guy they don't really like has been looking for. Me coming coming by, me looking at a phone at a bar called like Hooplies, me talking about a guy who wrote articles that used to be my friend, me giving a
Brought to you
strong
by Blue Chew, by the way.
Blue Chew. I take the Blue Chew. I have enough cardio. 5 minutes of to fuck me hard. Then she says something that shows that she watched porn at too formative an age and is asking for something she doesn't actually want. She's asking to be like punched in the mouth. Take my dick out because I'm like freaked out. But we can go, I'm rock hard and we can go directly into the argument.
Yeah.
And then you put on Ronin.
And you know what?
I'm Ronin.
And here's the thing: Blue Chew that helps women in an argument because if a man has a Blue Chew erection, all the blood isn't at his brain; it's at his dick. So it's kind of an even playing field now.
Yeah, you take
'Cause
the Blue Chew, you thought it was going to be a nice night. She starts yelling at you, and then every time the notification sound on your phone goes off, your dick gets a little bit harder. She's like, look, you're programmed. You're like, no, I'm not. It's from the Blue Chew.
You can, even if you're alone, even if you're not lucky enough to have a woman to argue with, which like, God has a plan for you. She is coming.
Right.
You can, we all do the same thing, right? We just type in the names of girls and watch stories on Instagram. And if it's hot, what do? We spasm our hard cock and our track pants, and it looks like a dog having a nightmare. We send it to all of them.
Right.
You can't do that with a soft dick.
No, not even your regular or non-medically hard 75% hard dick.
75, you're barely moving it at the base.
I will
maybe
say-
if you're an Olympian.
I will say a Blue Chew dick photographs really well, boys. So if all you want is to send it out there, take a chewable tablet from our friends at BlueChew.com.
Here's the thing. You can send that
say
dick
this.
out there.
I sent a Blue Chew dick pic yesterday.
Okay.
And it was great.
Do you crop like your fat out or?
No.
Okay.
I don't need to do that. You can see my penis very well.
No, I mean crop it out, like
No, everyone who fucks me knows what they're getting into, Chief. All right, that's one of the good things about being unapologetically myself sexually.
Yeah.
I don't have these body hang-ups.
He's doing him.
These whores love this fat ass.
my
dick.
question was about photography, not psychology.
Yeah. What do you do?
You know what?
Stop,
Let
you
me-
go from underneath.
I'm not going to show you,
Let
but
me
I'm going to
just-
look
you
at it.
can't go from underneath.
Why?
Underneath
That's
is
cheating.
the worst
That's
angle.
it's terrible.
No, it's not.
It's,
Underneath,
you can see
make it
where
look cute.
God fused everything.
Underneath.
You can see where the body is imperfect and this thing that just sort of forms.
No, underneath you can make it look
Okay,
way bigger than it is.
I'll tell you exactly what it was. I'm holding my dick. I unzip my jeans.
There's a little pointer on a board.
Walk us through it. Walk us through it.
I'm looking at the picture right now. And I have gotten fatter over the holidays, so it is kind of like a
It's
top
painted
angle.
like a candy cane.
But you can see my stomach.
You get some belly.
You see my stomach. You even see the fat around my cock. I'm not gonna hide. Whatever.
Well, that's
You
impossible.
can't hide
though,
that.
yeah.
That's
you can't hide that if you're a cheater. You just press your hand down.
She's like looking. She's looking at it. She's like, "Is this a picture of you fucking a woman backwards? Is this a picture of you putting your dick backwards into a woman?"
So I'm wearing some nice jeans, green jeans, and some black underwear from a different sponsor that I'll talk about maybe next episode. And you know
Green
what?
jeans.
I'm just coming over the top. My dick is hard as hell.
And you have it in your hand.
I have it in my hand a little bit. Yeah.
You have a thumb on top?
I have. You know what? It's actually just kind of. I'm just kind of guiding with my thumb.
Yep. That's the. You can't-
That's the optical
You
illusion.
can't. You gotta push the pubes down.
But here, I had
you gotta
rec-
mash the. Pubes
I had
Why
down.
don't you just trim your pubes?
I had
See?
recently trimmed my
I never
pubes, so
trim
I'm
my
not.
pubes.
I don't
You
have. What do you mean you don't trim your
I have
pubes?
big
You
old
have-
bush.
but you have a Phillips one blade. No,
No, I lost it.
get another one. They have them at CVS. They're dirt cheap.
I know.
You don't trim your fucking pubes, you
just keep
animal.
losing
Is there like a,
It doesn't matter. 'cause
is-
I, have a
I guess I
girlfriend.
don't have to that
I have a
often.
girlfriend.
No,
My
yeah,
beard grows real
Still.
fast, but yeah, that's
She-
like
you
a
don't let
once a week.
yourself
you
go.
probably-
Can I be
like-
real with you?
Yeah.
She doesn't like it because it's prickly.
I've heard that.
Not all the way off.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
you
saying all the
trim
way
them.
off. Even
Trim
if it's
them.
trimmed,
You don't do a
she
good
says,
job.
that, she says that it's prickly.
I got rid of all my shit one time, and the itchiness and pain when it grows back is unbearable.
Oh my god, yeah. No,
It's
it was like-
horrific.
I thought like I don't know what I thought. I thought I was being like courteous by doing it. No one liked it.
Yeah.
You were trying to be polite.
Especially,
I was.
especially if
I
you're.
was like, I don't know. What if they don't like this? But then you forget, like women, like we don't even send dick pics for. It's for us. It's for guys. Like women,
Yeah, because
like
it's nice to
Yeah.
a girl being like, yum, or whatever.
Right.
No
the fuck.
girl's
Like,
gonna
women-
jack off to it.
no,
They jack
women
off.
jack off to like a memory from
Attention.
13 years ago of like a mean geometry teacher telling them to like tear off notebook. Like the shit women jack off to is like they're like, tell me what dress to wear, and you're like, wear the silver one.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it's like they're sexual. They don't care about. Like so many women have told me that they don't get horny for my cock at all. No, trust me.
And the problem was,
Well, the
he
thing
wasn't
with-
taking Blue Chew chewable
Yeah.
tablets.
Before.
Promo
And
code
now
come
promo
down.
code come down,
You just pay
BlueChew.com,
$5
$5
come down
shipping.
20.
You get your
The
first
problem
month
with
free.
shaving your shit if you're hairy elsewhere is then you just look like a dog.
Yeah.
Can I give
Yeah.
you a nice? Can I give you a nice testimonial?
I shaved my chest and my stomach last year, and then when I gave up on that, the growing back was unbearable.
It's like it's there for a reason. Like
Yeah.
wearing shirts when you have like less body hair than you're supposed to wear. It's a new feeling of discomfort you didn't know you could have.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's God put that there for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been weird getting back into like shaving my face. Even I forgot how fucking uncomfortable it is.
Yeah.
You bringing the beard back, dawn of the beard.
I don't know. So we need another pandemic.
I do want to say this.
Working on it.
I also wanted to mention this, folks. My dick, hard and unhard, will be in Las Vegas on the 27th through the 29th. I'll be at Wise Guys. I'll be in Sacramento the following weekend, the 3rd through the 5th. And then Houston on the 16th. Austin, I'm at the Creek in the Cave the 17th through the 19th. And then I'm in the Addison Improv on the 20th. San Francisco, Vancouver, St. Louis, Chicago, fucking Burlington, Vermont, Charlotte, Nashville, Atlanta, Toronto, Providence, the 2022 tour, and then Philly and Washington, the DC Improv to close out the first half of the year.
Going
so
home.
Stavi.biz for tickets. All the tickets should be up now. And yeah, buy some tickets. See me on tour. And the special will be out probably in late February, maybe early March, some shit like that. So, yeah, folks, come fucking see your boy and buy my calendar as well. We got the Stavi Baby 2022 calendar. It's looking gorgeous.
It's not too late.
It's
you know?
not too
You
late.
can knock out 11 months. on
You
that.
still need the calendar.
Yeah,
You
I
wake
still
up
need
at
to go.
1 p.m. You can get a calendar as late as March.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be selling them at the shows,
I have some
too.
dates coming up. Chicago.
With what guys?
Chicago. His
you
name
go-
is Chicago.
His name is Chicago.
Chicago and Boston.
Chicago and Boston are going to double team you?
Yeah, the two fellows, Chicago and Boys Town.
That's nice. You good doing the Lincoln Lodge in Chicago?
Lincoln Lodge in Chicago, but the
That's where
date
I'll be
might
as
get
well.
moved for
For Omicron?
Omicron. When are you going to be there?
I'm there pretty late. I'm in there in March.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna book anything until there's like the shit's done, because we still. And apologies if this happened to you, but I don't think they returned like most of the money for the Australia tour.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, they just kept the fucking money. Yeah.
That's-
Wow.
Wow, Vinny Beetle, if you're listening, we want you to send the money back.
I don't know what happened, but I had a tour lined up in March of 2020 that I had to get canceled, and I don't know what
Yeah.
happened with that ticket money.
Okay,
Mm.
I'll be there. I'll be there March 11th and 12th. That
Okay.
to answer your question.
I think I'm going to be there in February. I'll announce the next show. Anyway, boys,
Well, last show, the one before
last
this.
show, last week. I'll announce it last week.
Yeah, and you just had to get that over there. I do. I'm excited to go. I haven't been to Chicago in a while. I do fuck with your little town there,
I don't- I
Felix.
don't really-
I would love to. I wish I like overlapped with you guys when you're there. You
Yeah.
guys have been doing it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Just come out,
I'm
dude.
always, I like
Fucking-
miss you guys by like a week often.
The
Just come
couple
out
of
March
times
11th.
I've
Come
been there,
back.
I don't do
Yeah.
shit. I've done the shows and then I just go back to the hotel. I think
You
the last
revisited the Jussie crime scene last time.
The last time I was there, yeah, I just sat and like did my taxes in the hotel room.
Nah,
If
I have a good ass time when
if
I'm over there.
there, if you guys all have shows and I come back, I'll like make my mom have like just open up all the guest
I love it.
bedrooms.
Yeah.
And we'll have a dinner party with my mom's friends
I can't
every
wait.
night.
I wanna
now
do-
Does she
we'll
have any
do.
slut
I
friends?
want to do a little
Hell yeah.
southern tour.
Yeah, I would love to get
Yeah.
sucked off by one of your mom's
What a
friends.
dirty whores who were born in 1951.
That sounds
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Like, have you ever seen pussy before? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
My mom's friends, if you were listening to this, I'm not. This is a joke.
They are listening.
They
are,
are
they're
listening.
definitely
I know
They're
this
like,
is a joke.
Diane Felix said he shaved his penis. Remember when we used to do that? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
If you were curious about fucking a flapper,
Yeah, yeah.
I love the idea of old people only listening to The Entertainer.
Yeah.
It's the only thing they listen to. Get your pussies out, girls. It's fucking season. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Those were the days.
Oh, fuck,
you know how
dude.
you like. You were saying like it's like anxiety provoking to book things now.
Yeah.
Our next tour is entirely the South.
Yeah, hell
Like
yeah.
it's already booked.
Doesn't
It's
even
like-
matter.
So like yeah,
It's open
like, who
for
gives a
business.
fuck? It's in late.
That's why I want to do
February,
a
early
southern
March.
tour because it's
You
like,
should. Nothing's going to close.
Yeah.
Florida,
No, yeah.
Texas, forget about it.
No one gives a fuck. Down there.
President DeSantis, if you
Yeah.
ask me.
It's just a guy drinking kerosene out of a 32-ounce big gulp being like, I tell you, you can have vaccine.
I love the idea that our listeners there. They're still our listeners, but they're like just like they've never worn anything but overalls.
Yeah.
Just, like, toothless bumpkins.
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah,
like,
but
they're
they have,
I'm sick of
Carhartt
these-
beanie guys.
I'm sick of these fucking chuds, dude.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're dressed like that, but they have little circular glasses.
Yeah,
That's
they're
the only difference.
They're just the DSA guys of like
Right.
of like Deliverance.
Yeah.
they unionize.
we should all
raping
get to,
tourists.
yeah, we should all get to share the boy pussy we rape.
One of my favorite tweets from one of the times I was getting like dragged on social media is there some like fat DSA guy in the South that was like, how am I supposed to explain Cumtown to my 50-year-old black organizer friend? It's
That
like,
was-
you're not?
It was a post that was like,
Really?
He
Yeah.
was like this 83-year-old black woman had never voted, and I like
Yeah.
helped her register. How can I explain this to her? And it's like, how are you? She's 83.
Right.
How are you going to explain podcasting?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck are you talking
Why
about?
would she need to know about this? It's like, how am I going to explain hentai to her? It's like,
Yeah, my mom has 83-year-old friends, and it's like,
And then the
we
appeal-
just tell her, oh, he has a radio show.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the appeal then is like what he's calling for is for people to just say the show is bad on Twitter.
right.
It's like you're not calling. You don't want anything. What do you want
That's
to
the
happen?
call to action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is people need to say the show's bad.
What a fucking loser.
And we do that ourselves.
Yeah, that guy's-
If you're listening, you're a fucking loser, but the show is
I
bad.
don't want to
show
drop too many hints. I forget the guy's name, but I remember he looks exactly like Otto from Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I don't remember what Otto.
I'll pull him up. Glenn Shaddix.
Nice. That's a cool name.
Glenn Shattuck said bad stuff about your show.
Yeah.
Ba 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 ba. Damn, dude, fucking losers. Why do you?
This guy.
Let me see.
My man.
Oh, he's cute.
No, he does look like that.
That's kind of what I was like. That's what I was imagining, but with fake dyed blonde hair, for some reason.
I think this is the year that I do a really shitty like bleach blonde job.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just to further obscure my age.
It would look good on you.
about it.
It would look
I
good
might.
on you.
I might
It
disappear.
would look so fucking stupid.
It would look really stupid, but awesome.
bad.
I want to do that. I was honestly thinking about doing it this year, but I was like, nah. The long hair's enough. Of
The
a look.
Zoomer
No,
look.
the hair looks good.
Thanks, man. Maybe what'll happen is if I become a beach bum, if I like go to Greece
No,
for
what
like
you got to do as soon as you get the little ponytail, get
Yeah.
that, and then eyeliner.
hell.
And like a dangly earring.
I'm getting an earring for sure.
Yeah.
Earring
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
You should
pretty
get
fucking
some.
tight.
You should get some beads in your hair, like a
Absolutely.
white girl that just went to Jamaica.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Greece for a month. I'm gonna come back with just dyed blonde hair with fucking beads in it and a fucking earring, dude. I'm gonna look awesome. I'm gonna be so tan. I'm gonna be gone at least a month, maybe 6 weeks. I'll be in Greece this year.
Ooh.
I love
I
that,
love
dude.
it, dude.
Yeah. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Yeah. Literally,
yeah,
we should just do a summer.
I want to go, dude.
We should do a summer
I'm
thing.
so down.
And you guys just come for a week. There's a place near Athens that George's family goes to. That's a cool little town, and we could like rent like a fucking mansion
I really want to go.
and just fucking hang for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need an Epstein Island.
we could get that.
I would love that.
There's
Yeah,
little islands.
one for adult women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
exactly.
It's like I know
When they-
everyone's-
Adult
I know
whores.
what everyone's thinking.
Yeah.
And it's like, why can't you just like fuck them in like Brooklyn or Manhattan? I don't know. Maybe I
Islands
need
are
something
cool.
to do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's a little project.
And when somebody
we
fl-
build our own little temple.
Flies
Yeah.
in.
We get like a